This is a T422 production.
If you want to talk some Simpsons, we do it with distinction. Insert brain here. With Springfield in our vision, our spirit is embiggened. Insert brain here. Flanders, Quimby, Otto, Man, the Hasapima, pedal on. Insert brain here. We've got Simpsons to ponder. Here comes David and Connor. Insert brain here.
Welcome back to Insert Brain Here, a Simpsons podcast. I'm your host Connor, and with me, as always, is my co-host Dave.
That's me.
Today we're talking about Bart the Murderer, the fourth episode of the third season of The Simpsons.
Simpsons?
Oh.
Mike Tyson's back.
Originally aired date October 10th, 1991.
Okay.
Wow.
Very good.
That was a rough intro. I'm usually much better at these things.
Yes, you are.
I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'm fine with talking, and then sometimes
Words elude you.
something happens in my mouth, and it's like my tongue goes numb and my teeth are furry, and they're all fighting each other for dominance.
And Furry's fighting is terrible.
It's not
Unless there's
grand.
oil. I don't know.
What?
Unless there's oil.
Furry's fighting is terrible unless there's oil.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why would there be oil in my mouth?
No. I'm saying furries, like... Furries.
Oh, furries as in...
Yeah.
Why would they fight in oil? That would ruin their fursuits.
Probably. Yeah, they don't have to necessarily be in full fursuits. They could just have the butt plug tail and some ears.
I don't know if that's called a furry. I didn't know it was something else. I think that's called a David Wild.
I don't have a butt plug tail.
I do. David, what was this episode of The Simpsons about? Brief recap, let's plug on.
Pun intended.
Fucking hell. Pun not intended, but let's plug in and plug on. No, let's plug on and strap on. I don't have a strap on.
The Simpsons.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Just free us from this prison of our own making.
All right.
We can't do a sex podcast. We're British.
Yeah, that's true. It's all right.
Yeah, that's more Canadian.
Yeah.
Just,
These days it kind of is, yeah.
Disgruntled mumbling.
Mm.
The odd racist thought.
I think we mostly probably just sound a little bit like Mr. Bean.
Terry.
Terry.
I've never done a Mr. Bean before, and that was my best attempt. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Recap this episode for me, Dave.
That's when we find it, mate.
Recap this episode. Time is a wasting. We're already 10 minutes in.
Yep.
David.
I'll look over and it was 9/11.
That reminds me of that tragedy.
It was a tragedy. It just wasn't an accident. That's the one.
I know it was an act of terrorism.
Yeah, from their own government.
David,
Yeah.
what did you think this episode of The Simpsons was about?
This episode, Connor, was about Bart having a
It was
terrible
about 25 minutes long.
You're right. So this episode was about Bart having an absolutely dreadful day. The worst
Yes.
of worst days.
What happens
At the
on his
start.
worst day, David?
He's late for school. Everything goes wrong, basically.
He doesn't get his police badge from the cereal box. Homer takes it.
Don't rewind this episode
He
back.
steps on a toy when he wakes up. He doesn't remember his permission slip, so he doesn't get to go to the chocolate factory with all the other kids. He rips his pants in front of the girls at school, and he gets hit in the face with a dodgeball. Further embarrassed. And then Instead of going to the chocolate factory, he has to lick envelopes for several hours
Yes.
till his tongue is swollen and
Blotchy.
blotchy, and then he has to walk home again
In the rain.
in the rain.
Walk
which is-
home because his skateboard broke.
Yeah, which is how he lands himself, David, in the
At the entrance to the, was it the official gentleman's, no, official businessman's, legitimate businessman's
Club.
drinking club or whatever it is. Meets Fat Tony and the others that I don't remember the names of, but I'm sure you'll be looking them up.
I've got them here in front of me.
Good. So I can guess which vaguely Italian sounding guy.
Italian American.
I know. I'm not going to be that mean to the Italians.
Jesus, man. That's the Godfather you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Kill you.
Would have. Probably.
Do the Mafia still exist? They must do. They exist.
The Mafia themselves still exist.
They were
The
making...
particular dude.
I mean, Carlito's Way, that was the 90s.
Yeah.
My only frame of reference is Al Pacino movies. To be
I'm
real.
aware. I'm aware. Anyway, so
Robert De Niro was in The Family in 2014.
he was indeed.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I'm not worried about making references about them only vaguely being Italian sounding.
Goodfellas was the 90s.
Yeah. So he meets the Springfield Mafia and gets a job, basically. Starts mixing cocktails and stuff there, cutting cigars. Yeah, basically the episode is him having a job there. Eventually is late for a very important meeting where he's supposed to mix cocktails for a very important gentleman.
Yeah.
That meeting goes sour and he gets in demand why he's late. Well, Skinner's the problem. So they said they would go and deal with Skinner. As far as Bart's aware, they go off, deal with Skinner, and it comes up that Skinner's missing and presumed dead on the news.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, Bart's obviously a bit worried about that, and then eventually gets put to trial for the murder of Skinner.
Yeah.
Fat Tony and the boys dob him in, a very un-mafia thing to do. Homer dobs him in.
A very Homer thing to
A
do.
very, very Homer thing to do. Yeah, just at the very last moment, basically before Bart's about to go down for, what was it, 180 years or something?
Yeah, it was 180 years for the murder of Principal Seymour Skinner.
Yeah, and essentially for being in charge of the entire criminal racketeering. Skinner turns back up and tells his story about what happened. The fact that actually just for the last week or so he's been under a pile of newspapers. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he managed to free himself because the police didn't find him.
Yep.
And,
he MacGyvered himself free, basically.
Exactly.
And that's it, really.
Not a bad recap overall.
Yeah, I managed to shorten it back down again. So,
Are you a fan of Mafia films, David?
I need to watch more, but I am a fan, yes.
I think I'd say the same. I've seen all the major ones. I haven't seen Casino, sorry, but I've seen the Godfather trilogy,
Yeah.
Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
I've seen Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Are there any other Mafia movies, or is that
The
all?
Family, you mentioned The Family.
I've seen The
I've
Family.
seen
I
The
saw
Family
that,
as well. I thought that was actually quite a good film. It was quite
I
a good
rented
comedy.
it from the library when it came out.
It was kind of a darker comedy, but it was good.
I've seen American Gangster.
Yes.
That's a great film. I've seen American Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen American Mary.
Mm-hmm.
American
It's
Psycho.
the Gangsters of New York or something.
Talked over my joke. I was
sorry.
different a little bit there.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying there?
I've seen American Gangster.
Mm-hmm.
It's an American Hustle.
Mhm.
It's American Mary. It's an American Psycho.
Right.
I've seen An American Tale.
Yeah.
American History X.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Gangs in New York, no. I've seen Killing Them Softly with
Am I
Brad
right in
Pitt.
saying An American Werewolf in London?
An American Werewolf in London, there we go.
Fucking hell.
God, man. I've seen Chinatown, Mean Streets, True Romance, Kick-Ass. I googled Mafia movies, by the way, if you're wondering what's going on.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I haven't seen A Bronx. I've seen some of A Bronx Tale, but not the whole movie.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's De Niro again.
Right.
I've seen Burn After Reading.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen Foxy Brown with Pam Grier.
Mm-hmm.
Seen The Irishman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I've seen The Untouchables.
Mm-hmm.
Seen King of New York.
Yeah.
How much longer can this go for? I've seen Leon.
Oh, yeah.
Seen Ronin.
Yeah.
I've seen Brother. That's a Japanese-American film.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Wonderful film.
Yep.
Seen Scarface.
Well, yeah.
Seen The Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
And I've seen Solo, a Star Wars story.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
What was that segment, man? What was that?
I don't know.
Oh,
What have you seen?
I've seen A Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
that wasn't a question. that was the name of the segment.
I've seen A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
I've seen Halloween.
I've seen Halloween 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
I've seen Killer Clowns.
From Outer Space.
Yep.
I've seen Reanimator.
Yeah. I've seen The Thing.
I've seen They Live.
I've seen The Fly.
I've seen Beetlejuice.
Have you? Very good.
I've seen Friday the 13th, Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday.
Very good.
Shit film.
I've seen lots of shit. Just terrible. Rollerball.
I love Rollerball.
Yeah.
The
I've seen the remake.
Oh, I haven't seen the remake yet. I'm avoiding it as much as I can.
It's terrible.
Is Jason Statham in it? No, I say this every time. I'm thinking of Death Race 2000.
Yeah, sure. It's Keanu Reeves?
No, it's not Keanu Reeves.
No. Who's in Rollerball?
It's the guy from American Pie.
Yes.
It's the big dumb guy from American Pie.
Yeah. Oh, I can't fucking remember his name.
Yeah, I know the guy.
But he's really fucking slimmed down. He's quite a thin guy in that one. He's not massive. He's quite built in
American
Pie and stuff, but he's actually quite a thinner guy.
That's odd.
Yeah.
20
minutes in.
That's the sound of Eye on Springfield.
Thought you forgot it there for a minute.
That's the segment of this show where I talk about characters that made their first appearance in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I make David guess who they are, and if he gets all of them right, he gets a prize. David, I feel like I'm exhausted by this segment now because of last episode where I quizzed you on characters for like an hour.
Yeah.
David, who is Fat Tony?
That is Fat Tony, the lead gangster.
David, who is Legs?
One of the other gangsters.
What does he look like?
I don't know.
Try and describe it. Remember the three gangsters.
Is he the really tall, thinner guy? Vaguely Italian New York guy.
Thin guy, did you say?
Yeah.
What does his hair look like?
Don't know. I think he was wearing a hat.
No.
Is it slicked back, gelled?
What did I say?
Legs.
Yeah.
Right.
That's correct. That's Legs, yes.
Right. Okay.
Legs has slicked back brown hair.
Yeah.
Kind of a worn face.
Aye.
David, who is Louis?
Is that one of the other gangsters?
It is. What's his hairstyle?
Is he not slightly balding? I'm not really sure. Is it
No.
like a receding hairline, or is that?
Well, they all have kind of a pushed back hairline.
Yeah. Is he the other sort of bigger guy that's not like Fat Tony fat?
No, he's not a big guy.
All right, okay. No idea.
Try describing him. What does his voice sound like? A very distinct voice, David.
I don't know. Kind of like weirder voice.
Who is that?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's Louis, I guess. He's got kind of permed hair almost. Looks like he's got a perm. You know the one?
Yeah.
David, who is Joey?
Joey. Also another gangster. Very good. Don't know. Don't know what he looks like. I'm running out of gangsters here.
Fair enough. That guy, Legs and Louis show up again pretty constantly.
Right.
Joey is not a consistent character.
Okay.
David, who is Cocoa Beanie?
That would be the cocoa bean that from the chocolate factory, the mascot, I guess.
That's the one. David, who is Godfather?
Is that the guy that they miss out the sort of meeting goes badly? The other guy at the other end of the table. I think he's in like a fucking sharp suit and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And he gave Fat Tony the kiss of death.
That's the one,
Yeah,
yes. David, who is Princess Opal?
Princess Opal. I should know this. Why am I forgetting who the fuck Princess Opal is?
I don't know, David. Who's Princess Opal? Your full marks thus far, more or less.
Yeah.
The prize is within your grasp.
Let me find out it's a ball gag and a bunny tail.
Strap-ons in the mail. That's M-A-I-L, not M-A-L-E.
Yeah.
Who's Princess Opal, David?
Princess Opal.
No clues because you're so close to getting it. You've been...
God damn it.
What would a princess be doing in this episode? They say her name in the episode, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Bear in mind you get 3 guesses.
Yeah. Yep.
You haven't used any of them so far.
Nope. I'm just humming it on.
The same Princess Opal. Princess Opal.
Princess. Yeah.
Opal.
Like Prince, but the female version.
That's correct, David.
Okay. Not the Purple Rain one.
No, David. Prince was not in this episode.
Good.
Who could it be? I've got 3 guesses sitting here waiting to be used.
Yeah.
Take one of them. God damn it, just guess.
I'm trying to guess even a fucking scene.
What happens in the episode? Go through it in your mind's eye.
Yeah, so...
Usually this is such
Bart's
a fun
got a
segment,
really
but I'm
shit-
so fucking
I
bad
know.
at this.
Yeah, Bart's got a really shit day.
No.
We've got the gangsters that
No.
he bumps into. Then the gangsters... Is it a horse?
No, David, it's not a horse, but I should have put those in.
Okay.
The horses were called...
Don't have a cow and
And-
eat my shorts.
Correct.
Yeah.
2 more points. Wow.
Very good. So
I'm still sitting here with 3 guesses.
Princess. Well, I
Oh,
guess
it wasn't
one
a
of them.
horse. There
Yeah.
we go.
So gangsters. Then Lisa and all that went to the. Well, this was before it, but they went to the cocoa
Nothing
factory.
to do with the chocolate
Okay.
factory. There's no Princess Chocolate Bean.
Yeah. Then
What happens after? Bart's working with Fat Tony.
yeah,
Why would there be a princess?
they go to a strip club.
No, but I'm going to count that as a guess to get us out of this.
Very good.
1 guess left. Who's Princess Opal?
I don't even remember what the fuck happens now. Clearly, the fuck.
What a wonderful podcast this is.
I know, it's brilliant.
David, who is Princess Opal?
Princess Opal.
Think about the end of the episode. Or just take a guess so I can tell
But
you.
the courtroom scene, we've got the court.
Just take a guess so I can move on.
1 second.
God damn.
Remembering bits of the episode.
We're nearly at the end of the runtime.
Shh. We'll blaze through the rest of it, I'm sure.
No.
Let me just have a minute to think about the episode.
I'm going to bring up a timer.
What timer am I getting? A countdown timer of like 30 seconds or something?
1 minute timer.
Okay, good. What the fuck would a princess be in this fucking episode?
Is it a real princess or is that just her name?
Is it one of the people that testified against Bart?
No, David, and that
Very
is your last guess. The timer didn't run out.
Good.
David Princess Opal is the psychic that the police hire.
Fucking shit.
That's why I was like, it's not that. It's later in the episode.
I completely forgot about the fucking psychic.
Christ almighty, I should never have included that in Iron Springfield.
Aye.
20 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
That wasn't 20 minutes.
David, who is Jack Larson?
Jack Larson. Is that... God damn it.
Oh, just guess. Oh, Christ.
Is he a cop?
No.
Good. Jack Larson.
Who would Jack Larson possibly be in this episode?
Is he
not a cop?
lawyer or anything?
No, he's not a lawyer.
One of the kids?
No,
one of the people at the cocoa factory.
No, neither. Jack Larson is the guy that works for Laramie Cigarettes.
Ah,
Police
right.
chief is like, Wiggum is like, here's Jack Larson from Laramie Cigarettes.
Right.
David, who is Richard Chamberlain?
Richard Chamberlain. The judge?
No, sorry, Wrongo.
Okay.
I've been doing Wrongo a lot lately.
Yeah, I know.
Been saying no. I've lost my magic.
So fucking long. So many times you have to say it, it would just be constantly.
Wrongo. That's why I don't put the theme in every time, because it would be a 5-hour podcast episode.
Yeah.
Wrong. Who is... What was it?
Chamberlain.
Who is Princess Opal? Who is Richard Chamberlain?
Yeah. They get anything to do with court or anything like that?
No.
No, okay.
I'll give you a clue. Richard Chamberlain is a real person.
Oh. They went careful, sanitary boys and girls or whatever with the cocoa.
You think the person who works at the cocoa bean factory was based on a real person?
You never know.
Wrong.
You occasionally get random real people just dotted around the Simpsons.
You got one guess left.
Very good. I don't fucking know.
No last
Nothing.
guess. Gonna give up.
Sure.
Throwing in the towel.
Tossing it.
Richard Chamberlain plays Principal Skinner in the TV movie
Yeah.
that
At the
Homer
very,
watches
very
at the end of the
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
David, who is Joe Mantegna?
Joe Mantegna. Does he play another character in that?
Yes, who does he play?
TV. Does he play... Wait, so you've got...
Richard Chamberlain is Principal Skinner.
Principal Skinner.
So what other adult could Joe Mantegna?
Fat Tony?
Yes,
There we go.
David. David, who is Neil Patrick Harris?
That's who plays Bart in the TV
Correct,
film.
David. My God, free me from my shackles.
I'm working on it.
I'm free. I'm out.
Oh,
I might have to stop doing Iron Springfield at some point. This is
dire.
miserable.
It's better when we haven't done an episode like
Like that last one.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's the end of Iron Springfield.
So, Connor,
Yes, David.
you're the film buff out of the two of us, as everyone who's listened to the first part of this
We're
knows.
both big film fans, but yeah, I would say
But
that
You're definitely the film buff, I
Okay,
think,
I would
out
say
of the
that,
two of
yeah,
us,
sure.
definitely. What likenesses and not parodies, but like for likes did you spot in the gangster area of this particular movie? This particular episode of The Simpsons, sorry.
there's some trivia about that, but I will say Bart getting the suit from Fat Tony is a direct reference to Goodfellas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When a young Tommy from Grand Theft Auto Vice City, what was that actor's name?
Shit.
Ray Liotta.
Aye.
A young Ray Liotta, or his character Henry Hill, gets a suit from Paul Cicero,
Mm.
the gangster.
Yeah.
That's obviously parodied in this pretty directly.
Yeah.
The Paul Cicero character,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the character name is Paul Cicero, the actor's name is Paul Sorvino.
Mm.
That likeness is a direct copy onto Fat Tony.
Right, yeah.
Fat Tony's voice actor, Joe Mantegna,
Mm-hmm.
who Joe Mantegna plays Fat Tony in the TV movie,
Yeah.
He's in Godfather 3.
Right.
So he's like an actual mafia actor, or played a mafia character.
Yeah.
The Godfather character looks kind of like the Godfather. That's kind of like a general archetype.
Yeah.
Not a direct 1-1 to Marlon Brando. He's got the little moustache and the white suit.
Yeah.
It's that sort of archetype.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right. Nice.
They do a lot more mafia movie references going forward. And this is their first one, so it's a bit light.
Yeah, aye. I like the way that as Bart's working with them, his demeanour towards everyone else starts changing. And the sort of the language he uses, the way he speaks changes.
He calls Marge doll.
Yeah. Pour me up 3 fingers of milk, doll. And stuff like that.
That's so, yeah. When he gets back to the bar and he's putting on his apron and complaining about
Skinner and
I wonder if that was a reference. Remember the scene? Have you seen Goodfellas?
Mm-hmm.
You know the scene in Goodfellas where Joe Pesci shoots that guy? It's like the actor went on to be in The Sopranos, which is obviously after this.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the bartender at the place that they go to for drinks, and he makes a joke about Joe Pesci because Joe Pesci's always razzing him.
Yeah.
And Robert De Niro is making fun of Joe Pesci. He's like, "You let him talk to you like that?" I don't know why I gave Robert De Niro that voice.
I don't know.
Hey, Joe Pesci. You gonna let him talk to you like that?
Yeah.
You gotta be ready to move in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heater around the corner. My Robert De Niro impersonation.
Don't quit your day job.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a reference to that or if that was inspired by that at all. Maybe not.
Oh, maybe. 3 blind mice.
Sorry. I was staring off into the walls there.
Yeah, waiting for the mice to chew through them, I'm sure.
You got anything you want to add about the episode, David? Did you pick up on any movie references or anything
I
like
never
that?
pick up on movie references. There's like the odd occasion where I go, "Oh, that's from," and you're already halfway through saying what it's from. An ape wearing clothes, riding a horse and carrying a spear could ride past the fucking screen,
and you'd
I'd
be
be
like,
like,
pretty sure I saw that in a dream once.
Is that Freddie Mercury's ghost? I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't fucking know.
Oh.
It's the first thing that popped into my head to say that wasn't right.
Coming through the walls, 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. With trivia. They're gangster mice. Wait to pay the money.
For protection of the property.
There we go. For protection from trivia.
Yeah.
3 blind mice.
Yeah.
Why did I stop doing the other one where I think it's because it kept getting longer and louder.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do it anymore.
Couldn't yell any louder.
I had to retire.
Yeah. Voice was going.
Okay, David, take us away with some 3 blind mice trivia.
Joe Mantegna was offered the role during the show's 2nd season. And since he had seen the show before and thought it was quote unquote funny, he decided to give it a shot. He felt honoured that they asked him to do the voice for the show and enjoyed doing it so much that he demanded and received the assurance of the producers that he would be Fat Tony's voice going forward.
Mm-hmm. Which is true, he's still the voice of Fat Tony now.
Yes, he is.
I think there's one or 2 episodes maybe where Fat Tony has one line and I want to say Joe Mantegna wasn't available or it was like last minute and Dan Castellaneta does it.
Right,
and you can really tell.
Ah, right.
Here's a fun fact for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not a 3 blind mice trivia fact. The audiobook, or one of the audiobooks for The Godfather, was read by Joe Mantegna.
Really?
And I've been thinking about checking it out because apparently it sounds like it's being read by Fat Tony.
Nice.
I don't know if his normal speaking voice is that similar to Fat Tony, but I've heard. You can kind of tell. It's sort of like when you see Kelsey Grammer in a movie.
Yeah.
And it's like if you know that he's Sideshow Bob and you picture Sideshow Bob's face in your brain, you can
see
hear the voice.
Yeah.
When you watch X-Men 3 The Last Stand.
Oh, man.
And you see him as Beast.
Yeah.
I liked him as Beast.
I liked him as Beast as well. He did good Beast.
Yeah.
One of the better X-Men in that particular film.
Yeah. You don't like the guy that throws spikes out of his wrists?
Odd.
Or the guy where you cut his arms off and they reappear?
Yeah, it's
What about the guy where porcupine spikes come out of his face?
Oh, fuck.
And he has to hug you to
I
kill you.
forgot about that. The fuck is that shit about?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bart's forgotten permission slip can be seen just barely under his pillow before he wakes up at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, that's a
one
nice
that he
detail.
Yeah.
I didn't clock that.
No, I didn't clock it until they sort of zoomed back onto it with Bart screaming.
Which is a great bit of animation.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. The writers conceived the idea of the episode before Goodfellas, which came out in 1990, which has a similar plot, was released.
Mm-hmm.
After it was, the writers incorporated references to the film into the episode.
There we go, like I just said, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what would be nice when we had the video version? If we had little mice that ran up our chairs and dropped trivia into our laps.
What? So, while at Fat Tony's club and when asked to give his pick of a horse for the third race, Bart first gives Eat My Shorts, which is the name of a horse in the fifth race, and then Don't Have a Cow, correctly a horse in the third race, referencing two of his catchphrases, obviously.
Of course.
During the call for the third race, the announcer recites the names of the other horses, all of which are named after catchphrases of past popular cartoon characters. So, Suffering Succotash, Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester. Every time Sylvester would get fucking...
I was going to say, why don't you say the catchphrases and I'll see if I can place them in a character.
Yeah.
But I did write the trivia.
Yeah, you did. Yabba dabba do. Ain't I a stinker? That's all, folks. And I am what I am.
That Popeye?
Yes. Very good.
Wow.
Amazing trivia, isn't it?
I always remember. No, I was thinking. I always remember Popeye as saying nothing. He just eats spinach and punches people.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't remember any catchphrases.
I am what I am.
Yeah.
I gotta eat my spinach. I forgot I had it on the I am what I am.
Yeah, you did.
I can't take it no more. Maybe I should be a voice actor. A new Popeye game.
Yeah.
I'm on my way. I need to find a way to open that door.
You're getting closer and closer to the guy who constantly, what's his name, that hunts Bugs Bunny again?
Elmer Fudd.
That's his name, yeah.
Shh. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Oh God.
Jesus.
I think I would drink a water. I threw my voice out there.
Yeah.
That's what it takes to be a voice actor, though, and I would know.
Yes.
I've just been cast as Popeye.
Oh, fucking Jesus. Right, another point. Fat Tony.
First you meant Yosemite Sam. Ooh, varmint! I'll get that rabbit.
Oh, okay, right. Fat Tony was modelled after the physical appearance of Paul Sorvino's character, Paul Cicero.
I said that.
You did indeed in Goodfellas, 1990. One of the things that he obviously added in after the fact, because they'd already written this episode.
Yeah.
This is the first time that Lionel Hutz and Troy McClure appear in the same episode.
Oh, really? Well, I guess they're both voiced by Phil Hartman.
Right.
So it makes sense when they appear in the same episode.
Yeah. Fat Tony's prison number was 8F03, the production code for this episode.
Oh, that's a nice little detail.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it was A113.
The Itchy and Scratchy episode, watched by Bart and the Mobsters, The Sound of Silencers, was probably inspired by the real-life events of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where 7 people, most of them belonging to a mob group, were gunned down by rival gang members dressed as police officers, probably under orders from Al Capone.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I think there's a film about it called The St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
I think so, yeah.
It's a bit of an older film.
Yeah,
I want to say it's from maybe the 50s.
Yes.
Or maybe it happened in the 50s.
Maybe. I don't know about that one, actually. Yeah, I don't think I've even seen the film, but
I haven't seen the film, but I know that it exists.
Yeah.
I think it's on Kevin McAllister's shelf when he puts on Angels with Dirty Wings or whatever. Angels with Dirty Souls or Angels with Filthy Souls, whatever that that fake film is called.
Fucking hell.
Oh, man.
One Fine Day by the Chiffons is heard when Bart serves drinks to the mobsters during a game of poker. The writers originally wanted to use the song Be My Baby by the Ronettes for the scene, but they could not clear the copyrights for it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The Ronettes are a bit of a bigger fish, I guess, than the Shivers.
Yeah, I think so. Also, I mean, Be My Baby, that would be a cracker of a song for them.
Be my Louie. I think that may be in Goodfellas.
Yeah, I think it is. The psychic says that it's Splitsville for Delta Burke and Major Dad, which refers to Major Dad actor Gerald McRaney and Delta Burke, who married in 1989. They are still married as of 2024.
Yeah, as of the recording of this episode.
Yeah, very good. I like the fact that she's fucking wrong.
They're wrong about everything.
She's wrong about absolutely everything that was said there, really.
Skinner's screaming in the garage and she's like, there's nothing here.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Move on.
Yeah. We learn that Fat Tony's real name is William Williams. However, in every appearance moving forward, his name would be Anthony Fat Tony D'Amico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
William Williams is such a weird choice.
Yeah. I definitely prefer Anthony Fat Tony D'Amico.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Anthony D'Amico is definitely makes much more sense as a sort of mobster name.
Yeah.
The scene in which Homer tells Marge that Bart's job is just a lot of male bonding is made of recycled animation from Lisa's Substitute, and the footage of Smithers showing Mr. Burns the newspaper headline about Bart is recycled from Brush with Greatness.
I clocked the Brush with Greatness one.
Yeah.
But I didn't clock that was Lisa's Substitute.
No, I didn't clock that. I thought I'd seen that. I was like that, the newspaper bit with Burns. I thought that was suspiciously familiar. I didn't clock it was from Brush with Greatness, but I thought that would probably be reused animation.
I wonder if we'll get more of that going forward.
I don't know.
How common is reused animation in The Simpsons? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, well, we can find out and bring it up as we go. Lisa's cereal is called Jackie O's in reference to Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
Wife of JFK.
Yep.
Wow.
That makes sense for Lisa. And the producers originally wanted Sheldon Leonard for Fat Tony, but were unable to get him. Sheldon Leonard also plays Nick in It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, does he now?
Yeah.
Another reference to James Stewart.
Yeah.
And you'll see more James Stewart from us this December when we cover 4 James Stewart films for our yearly podcast every December. Merry Christmas Movie House.
Yes, indeed we will. It'll be good. Very good. Keep an eye out for that.
This year we'll definitely be talking about Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Yep.
And It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
And
2 others, although we will roll for those later.
Is that the last bit of trivia?
It is indeed.
3 blind mice. There they go. On their way out. They've left now.
Yep. That's the outro.
Oh, God.
So, Connor.
Yes, David.
Do you have anything for Boy, I Sure Hope Someone Got Fired for That Blunder?
No, David, but we can't move on to that yet because we haven't talked about the episode.
We'll get there. I was just going to knock it out of the park now.
All right, David. Do you have anything for Boy, I Sure Hope Someone Got Fired for That blunder?
I did, but I forgot it when asking you. Shit.
It was the cereal box thing.
Yes, thank you for the reminder. So, at the start of the episode, Bart has his cereal, the one with the police badge that he's looking for.
Krusty cereal.
It's Krusty O's, I think. It's a brown box with all the detailing and everything on it, which briefly, when put down, if you look past Bart, it is a clear or white box.
Yeah, it's white.
It's uncoloured. And then it is a sort of like yellowy peach sort of box after that. Which I think is actually the kind of colour of the cereal box going forward, as opposed to the brown box. I think it's
not really a brown box in the future, but I'm sure it changes as well.
Yeah.
Strange as well that it would be 3 separate colours in the one scene.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had for Boy, I Sure Hope Someone Got Fired for That Blunder.
Nice, I'm glad we got it out of the way.
Yep. Here we are.
That was a good spot.
Yeah.
Because I didn't notice it at first.
Yeah.
It was your eagle-eyed that spotted that cereal box changing colours.
Yeah, the pinkish part was what I spotted first. We clocked the white after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks. Okay.
David,
Yep.
what did you think of the TV movie at the ending of the episode where it kind of parodies true crime? I would say ahead of its time. That's been more of like a last 10 years sort of thing, the real true crime boom.
Yeah.
But to make a TV movie on something that happened, and by the way, Bart was proven innocent.
Yeah.
But the TV movie's like, no, he blasted Skinner in the face and killed him.
Yeah.
Skinner's alive.
I think the TV movie would have been a more entertaining thing to watch. I don't get me wrong, I like the episode. I'm not saying I don't like the episode. I like the episode. But I think that I quite like the fact that Bart ends up a cold hard killer in the TV movie. Just shows you really that TV is talking shite most of the time.
Do you think Neil Patrick Harris could still play Bart today?
I mean, maybe. Like, as a TV movie character, not as Bart the way he is.
Oh, right.
I mean, remember, Bart in the TV film is like an 18 or 19-year-old dude.
1991, was he 19? He was still doing Doogie Howser. He couldn't have been that old.
No, but I'm not saying that the actor was, but I mean, the drawing and the animation looks like he was like an 18 or 19-year-old guy.
I think he was meant to be about 14, 15.
Probably, but he looks like an 18 or 19-year-old dude.
Joe Mantegna doesn't get much to do in the TV movie.
No.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I think he's the only, or one of the only, actors in The Simpsons who's played a character and also themselves.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
He can't be the only, or it would have been trivia.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the few.
Very few that probably actually have achieved that.
Fun fact, Richard Chamberlain, who plays Skinner, still alive.
Very good.
He was in Twin Peaks: The Return.
Ah, right.
One, I think it was like one scene.
Yeah,
he was in that. He's been in tons of stuff.
Yeah.
He's retired now, though.
What I was chuckling at there was what just popped into my head. Are they a rapist or not? Or something like that.
Oh, that segment. God, bring that back. Let's do it now.
No.
Come on, David. No. It's David's I Can't Believe They've Not Been Cancelled. So is that the name we landed on?
I think that is what we landed on. I don't remember anything about most of these people.
Neil Patrick Harris. That's the easiest one.
He seems like he should have been, or he seems like the type that might have done something dodgy, but nah.
What do you mean?
He's good.
What would he have done?
No, but he plays a good sleaze.
Yeah, but he's not like
I know he's not.
Gay.
I'm aware.
Do you not know that Neil Patrick Harris is gay?
I'm aware. I'm just saying you can sexually assault men.
Kevin Spacey.
Exactly. So I'm just saying he seems like but he's a good actor, obviously, because he legitimately seems like the type.
You're burning a bridge here. What if he wants to come on the podcast and talk
no one
about
wants to come on this podcast. We don't want to be on this podcast.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I think it's kind of all right. But yeah,
our constant need to pitch new podcasts is what this does us in. Really.
Let's just move on. Not from The Simpsons. I mean,
from this point,
from where we are.
Has Joe Mantegna been cancelled?
I don't think so. No.
Good job.
Good.
I'm glad to see you put a lot of research. Has Richard Chamberlain?
Mate, it's popped right into my head, and you fucking pulled it out and shoved it onto me.
Hey man,
it is what it is.
You should have at the very least bring up your phone and go into Google and type in,
that's going to make this longer.
Neil
than
Patrick
it is.
Harris rapist and see what comes up.
Oh, fucking waste of time.
But no, I thought this was a really good episode. I like that we got another look at the kind of seedy underbelly of Springfield.
Yeah.
I mentioned a bit in season 1 how I like that, seeing characters like Mo and Herman, who are kind of
they're kind of in the cusp.
They've got a bit of a darkness to them.
Yeah.
And I like the fact Tony's not the head of the mafia either. There's always some people who are above him, but he's the head of his sort of syndicate.
Okay, yeah.
You know who got outed as being a sex offender recently?
No. Who?
Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman?
The author.
Oh.
You know he wrote like Coraline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So David, it's time for our new segment, David's I Can't Believe They've Been Cancelled. Take us through Joe Mantegna and Neil Patrick Harris. Have either of them been cancelled, David?
No.
I'm glad that every time I create a segment for you, you manage to reduce it to one word.
Yep.
David, what's your one bit of animation that you actually quite liked? I'm sick of it.
I'm aware. You created a whole ass segment now. It's just...
And again, you can be like, the horse racing.
No, actually, it was the dream sequence Bart has about Seymour Skinner's dead bodies sort of
the
racing.
Zombies and everything.
Yeah.
All right, very good. We didn't talk about Sideshow Bob being in this episode.
No, we didn't actually. No.
You didn't talk about the episode at all.
No, I did not.
This has been Insert Brain here, the Simpsons podcast. I've been your host, David, and with me, as always, unfortunately, has been my co-host. Did I say that I'm David?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that my co-host Connor. And I thought I was going to be Connor briefly.
Oh, man. You wish.
Yeah, well, we're here.
This has been Insert Brain here, a Simpsons podcast. I've been your host, Connor, and with me, as always, begrudgingly, has been my co-host, David.
That's me.
Well, next week we'll be back to talk about Homer Defined.
Very good.
You can find us on Instagram at InsertBrainHerePod or on Twitter at T422. Visit our website, insertbrainhere.podcastpage.io. This has been a T422 production. You can find this podcast on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and all other major podcasting platforms. Be sure to leave us a review. 5 stars if you could.
Yeah, that'd be just.
I mean, we
spiffing.
deserve it, don't we?
The fact that we are still here.
3 seasons in, can you believe it?
I cannot.
When we end this podcast, eventually people are going to say, why now? Why not after season 1?
And that'll be us reflecting back on it.
Well,
never mind the fan.
Yeah. We'll smell you later. Good job.
I didn't even know you were doing that.
I was like, I
was looking at your fucking
you're looking
stickers.
at the fucking floor.
Yep.
We'll smell you later. Fuck it twice. I'm not doing a third one. Goodbye.
Good.